Today I'm going to show you how you can color grade from log videos to cinematic look in Davinci Resolve. And I'm going to use the free LUT that come with Davinci Resolve. So the LUT is a lookup table, so which change your footage more aesthetic just based on drag and drop. The LUT that we're going to use today is for free. So it's in the Davinci Resolve programs, and I'm going to showing you the process of color grading in a proper ways that beginners can start with. So here is we have our footage. So here's log videos and here's a final look. So for the log videos in here, I'm used the Osmo Pocket 3 to film this shot, and it's based on DJI D-Log M mode. It's very easy to color grade it. If you use the DJI, so it's quite lucky for you because you can just copy my settings and change a little bit. So the first thing is that I'm going to delete off this node. And then we're going to create 3 nodes. Going to name this one as CST in, CST out, and this one I'm going to name as select. For the first nodes, we're going to add color space transform right here. So in this case, we use the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 D-Log M. So the settings is going to be different from you guys. If you use other cameras, just check what setting do you need and what color space do you need. So in this case is for me DJI D-Gamut and DJI D-Log. For output color space and output camera, you just can copy my settings. So I'm going to use the Davinci White Gamut and Davinci Intermediate right here. And for the second node, we're going to add color space transform as well. So this one is going to be Davinci White Gamut and Davinci Intermediate. And for output color space and output gamma, we're going to change this to Rec 709 and Gamma 2.4. Rec 709 and Gamma 2.4. So we have turned from log videos to Rec 709. So before we apply the LUT, we have to balance Rec 709. It have to be very before the LUT. So the first thing what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add for 3 node right here, and then we're going to clean node, grab the first one. We're going to add exposure, and I'm going to use this wheel right here, global. In this case, I'm going to drag a little bit down. About here is good already. Here's before and after. The light I'm going to turn a little bit down, and the shadow is a little bit more right here. So here is before and after. So in this node, I'm going to name it as the white balance. So in this case, I think the white balance is quite good, but I think I need to adjust a little bit of rate. I'm going to bring it a little bit down by curve right here. Click on the rate a little bit slightly down. So I think this is it, before and after. So for the third one, we're going to add the contrast. Name is CON. In this case, I'm just going to increase a little bit of the contrast. Here's before and after. Then we can apply the LUT. So but before we apply the LUT, I'm going to showing you the most important part of this videos is the SSV saturation. So in these videos, I'm not going to use the color view saturation because it's more brighter and it's not really look natural. In this case, I'm going to use SSV saturation, so which I'm going to showing you how I do it. So we're going to create the node after the contrast, and we're going to name it SSV saturation. Right there, right click, disable the channel 1, disable the channel 3 as well, change the color space to SSV. So right now you have it. After you create the SSV saturation, I would like you to apply the LUT before you change the saturation of the SSV. So we're going to apply the LUT. So you can come here to LUT and look for a film look, and in this case I'm going to use the Rec 709 Kodak 2383 D55. Just double click it. So right now you can see that the contrast is quite off, so we're going to fix that. We're going to add other node, clean up, and name it at Rec 2 Cineon. So since the LUT has made for the Cineon film lock, so we have to change from Rec 709 to Cineon film lock. So like this work best for all footage. So how to do that? So I'm going to add 1 node, and I'm going to copy this one and paste this in this one. So we're going to name this as the Rec 2 Cineon right there. And then we're going to hit the swap button here and change this to Cineon film lock. here, and the footage look like this. So another part is that we're going to add the saturation. So we come back to SSV saturation and we come here, just take it, link together and drag a little bit slightly until you like it. So I think in this part I'm going to drag a little bit more and more. So here is before the saturation and after the saturation. So very easy and simple. So I think right now you have a final look of the cinematic look already. So but I would like to add some more depth into this video. So I'm going to clean up the grabs and I'm going to add 2 nodes in here. And the first one we're going to name is the radial blur. In effects, just search for radial blur right there, drag it down, and you can see us go over the footage. Well, I'm going to fix that by power windows, just drag to center, to save the centers, by the way. So you can click here to see what is going on. And then you see is effects in the middle, so which we not want to effects in the middle. So we're going to invert by clicking this button, and then you have it. Here is what it look like. I'm going to decrease the smooth strength until it look natural for me. So I think this one is good, and I'm going to preview. This one is before and after. Very easy and simple. So in other one is that I'm going to copy this node, paste it in the second node, and name it as the background. Okay, right there. And we're going to delete because we need just only the power windows. And I'm going to come here and drag a little bit of a grain down. So here is the final look. So very easy and simple step that you can follow along. So here is before the final look and after the final look. So I'm going to recap every step that we have done in these videos, and it's very easy and simple step. I'm going to break it down all of the steps that we have done, and you can apply in your next videos. So here we have the log videos, and we're turning the log videos to Rec 709 in the first step. So by the 2 nodes, so which is the CST in and the CST out. And the second step is that we're going to balance our Rec 709 to be good enough for the LUT. So which is in this case is 3 of the node here. So exposure, white balance, and contrast. And the third step is that we're going to apply the LUT, which is 2 nodes. So we have Rex to Xenon film lock and the LUT itself. We have to turn from Rec 709 to a Xenon film lock because the LUT that we use in this case is made for a Xenon film lock, which is the Rec 709 have to turn to the Xenon film lock, and then we apply the LUT. And the 4th steps is that to turn the SSV or saturation after the LUT. So here is SSV saturation. So the last one, which is the 5th of the process, is to add some depth in your videos. So radial blur and background. And that is all the process we have color grade in these videos. I hope you can adapt to your color grading process, and all of this process very easy to follow, and I think it's very easy to adapt with your work process. So in this videos that is all. So if you need me to teach other tutorials, so you can just leave the comments and just leave the like or subscribe, so we're coming back and read it. So like this, I know what you guys want. But in these videos, if you would like to have the log videos right there, so maybe I'm going to leave the link in the description or maybe in the comments. So like this, you guys can have the footage and practice along with. So in this video, thank you for watching. See you in the next time.